new alternator. Got to do this plug with the sensor. But yeah, this is how much of a mess it is. That got replaced not that long ago as well. That's how much of a mess it is under this engine bay. Right, morning lads. I think things are back to normal. Might have just jinxed it. But I do think things... People still can't drive. Elena has just dramatically changed lanes, come up to the set of traffic lights, but work's back to normal, marketing's back to normal, the vlogs are back to normal. I feel like I'm a little bit more back to normal. Is the van back to normal? Nah, is it fuck? So obviously, 99% sure, but we found the issue is the wiring loom touching the starter motor that led to £7,500 of unnecessary repairs on the van. And said wiring loom is still causing problems. So I have my favourite Sparky coming out tomorrow. I'm hoping he was going to be able to get out to me today, but he's not going to be able to. Even if I think I offered him double bubble, he's still like, I'm too busy today to get to you. We think it's now affecting the air conditioning system because we've had it regassed, we've had it leak tested, we've had it vacuum tested, and we've had the compressor replaced, and it still don't work. So have I gone and spent, can an ambulance? Have I gone and spent all that money that way unnecessarily? And it turns out it could just be part of the wiring loom again, which I've got a feeling it will be. And the reason why I've got a feeling it will be is I remembered what R2 did and how he was testing it, and I've done the same test. And guess what? I'm getting similar results. So I have a feeling I paid to have it regassed twice. I spent 170 quid on a compressor, and then Paul's time, the mechanic, to come out and do it all as well. Turns out it's going to be a fucking broken wire, isn't it? Just it'll be around similar area with the starter motor. It'll be, I've seen that one before. It'll be similar situation. And I've got a feeling it's also causing the oil pressure issue as well, because it's a ground issue. So R2's going to come out tomorrow, about 12 as she said. I've got a couple of calls to do tomorrow to get back on top of things. But yeah, it's just going to be my luck, isn't it, that it is going to be part of the wiring loom again. That it wasn't what R2 was out to look for. He was out to look for the injector, so all he's going to do is check the injector loom. That's what he's got paid to do, is check the injectors. That's what he did. So nothing on him whatsoever. It's just the way this van is. That's what it is basically. It's just what it is. I had no idea you were in my blind spot then, mate. Why do you say fucking woman? Why would you say it like that? If I pulled straight out then, I would have killed. I had to check, this has got 6 gears. I've been driving other stuff, and I've got 5, so I had to check we're going to go through the edge. I need to stop getting pissed off with the people on the roads. Set cruise control to that. Fucking down to that. Nice leisurely drive. We've got a really easy morning. We're going to go out, we're going to go clean the outside of one vehicle, and then we're coming back. So at the end of the day, it's money. I want anyone to get back to getting used to vlogging again as well. So it's going to be, this vlog's just going to get combined into like the rest of the week, because this ain't going to be a standalone vlog by any means. Just because the rain's been off. About 10 for today. Unless we go find Paul and pass the Paul for the day. So, for people who don't know, Paul is my favourite mechanic in the world. If you are in and around Manchester and you need any form of work done on your vehicle, get Paul. He is an absolute laugh. His pricing is extremely reasonable, and he just gets the job done. He's got donkey's years of experience behind him, and I get out like an absolute house on fire. So yeah, I'm really happy to have him now, part of like a little network of people who I can trust. For anything like major, like an engine rebuild, Paul could probably still do it, but I wouldn't want him having to do it in the car parks. So that's where we've still got one of the other garages. We're still friendly with the other garage. It's just they'll only get work that Paul says he can't do. I did take this van back to them, and it's been about 4 or 5 weeks now since I've been in, since I've not even been past it yet. So I literally went past Thursday last week, which is Monday today. Thursday last week, pulled it in, he came out and it's a fix. I went, yeah. He's like, what was it? I went, we need to have a conversation. So, safe to say that he was a bit like, oh shit, yeah. Just gotta love people sitting on your tail, haven't you? Don't look ahead. You know what? It's funny, isn't it? I hate driving to jobs because people just drive like absolute dicks. Just no one's got a care in the fucking world. Like, the standard of driving, and I've said this all the time, the standard of driving is fucking shit. No one knows how to fucking drive. I'm here, I'm able to drive, I'm in lane 1, I'm checking my mirrors, I'm still talking, I'm still vlogging, and I'm watching my fucking maps where I need to go. Finally, my contact attention. Looking about 4 miles ahead to see what's happening. So when am I going to have to overtake? When am I going to have to do this? I'm not an expert driver by any means, Christ. Yes, we were off to Winslow this morning. I don't even know what car we're doing. Customer made the booking a couple of days ago. Forgot to send them the payment link. It was like, ah, shit, I messed up on that one. Even though it's automated, we can have it as automated. I don't know why I've not got it as automated. Still have to do manual payment requests. So I sent off the payment request, and then about, I think it was like literally midnight last night, you received payments. I was like, ah, right. Well, I like that job. Because our rule of thumb is, if you don't pay us, we don't turn up. Technically, it's not on the customer because I didn't request payment on this occasion, so I'd still have to turn up and then chance it. Well, thankfully, they made the payment very late last night. But if you're in need of a client relationship manager, something to manage your bookings, take payments, checklists, before and after pictures, online e-commerce shop to sell your services, 100% you're able. Fuck Field, you're shit. Don't fucking care about that company anymore. They're such scammy people and it's such a shit product. But you're able, love it. Absolutely love being back in the You're Able universe. It feels warm and comforting. The app looks massively outdated. It looks like using like Windows 2000. But hopefully, I'm hoping one day they might just like redo the user interface, make it all nice and round and modern and all that stuff. But then again, it ain't broke. It works well. So I'm not really going to complain. It just works, just does the job. Absolutely love using it. They're happy to be using it again. Right, I'm going to bang on the ye old time lapse. We're going to get to our first job. And I'll be surprised if we're here for more than an hour. Hoping it's a small car. Yeah. Crack on. Now, for obvious reasons, I can't show you. It just starts fucking silent like idiots. For obvious reasons, I can't show you the position my steering wheel's in at the moment, but I have a feeling I have a flat tyre. I've not been able to get out and check, but I mean, you just go, you've got a flat tyre because it's just literally pulling to the left. I'm pretty sure last week, I mentioned it, said to myself that tyre looks a little bit down. But major benefit where I am 5 minutes away from where my, there's a term you're not heard before, my work son is. Yes, I have a work son. Way a lot younger than me, absolutely sound, and he happens to have the best job in the world, a tyre fitter. And with the amount of tyres that I go through, he's always there for me. So I'm going to go nip up to the garage and get his professional opinion on it. No doubt he will take the absolute piss out of me. But we steering wheel like that. Just try and keep it in a straight line. I'm hoping if it has got a punch it's repairable, because if it's not, it's £170 a tyre. Yeah, because I've got some stupid alloy rim, not alloys, steel. There's some stupid steel size on this van, and there is literally, and we've looked high and low, we've even looked at the Chinese manufacturers and all that. Being looked at all Chinese manufacturers, absolutely everyone. Bridgestone and starts with a D is the other one, which currently I've fitted on it because that tyre did last have a puncture. Anyway, they're the only two people that make tyres for this van, for the size and the weight. And I don't really like the one that, I can't remember, it starts with a D, but I'm not a massive fan of it. I'd rather go and have Bridgestones fitted, and it's 170 quid to have a Bridgestone fitted. I'm not spending 170 quid. So I hope to fucking God it's fixable. We are literally just pulling up to Burns Rubber. If you need tyres in Manchester, Burns Rubber is the place to go. There he is. Hello, son. You see the problem yet?
Yeah, dog.
No, not that, someone else. He's just decided to inform me something is hanging off the van. Happy days. Right, let's go deal with him. See what he's got to say. You going to be on this week's vlog?
What?
You going to be on this week's vlog? Say hi, work, son.
Hiya.
It looks a bit flat, don't it? Not buggered. This is my really expensive tie from the RAC that I still haven't paid for because the cunts. So we are currently waterboarding the tyre. Well, I'm not doing it, Lucas is doing it. But it's not showing any air coming out. You like waterboarding tyres, don't you, mate?
Oh yeah. All day, every day.
Alright, so my steering wheel's gone straight now. Shit, if you're watching this, I didn't ask you to roll the tyre just in case I buckled it. Seeing that last time we had an issue, it was buckled. But yeah, no, I couldn't find a puncture, which I'm happy about. But also, like, why is it going down on here? So we'll have to vet and see. I could do with going to Screw Fix to get a bathroom seal. I've just remembered why I'm out. I can't sing, there's no doubt. Right, Screw Fix, bathroom seal, because I can talk back out. I'm going off my own little tangent here. Come out to get a tyre fix, come back with bathroom seal. Does that work? But yeah, I'm happy I don't need to piss about that tyre, that one's fine. I think that's going to be it for the vlog today. Literally, nothing else is going on at the moment. Which I quite like, because it gives me a chance to get back, catch up on the edits, which I'm finally getting out, get stuff going on socials again. Become an influencer of valeting. I'd rather stab myself in the eye. I hate the word influencer. I hate influencers in the industry. Me, I'm just a bloke who chats absolute bollocks in front of a camera, who kind of knows how to run a mobile valeting business, and shares that advice about the bullshit. Nice and easy. But now, I've got to go into Screw Fix and try and remember what exactly I wanted. Right, I've pulled up for a bit now. I know I said, oh, I'm going to end the vlog, it's not going to be short, it's going to be a short one. But I've just been looking at the past couple of vlogs and they've been very messy. I know they've been messy. They've not been simple terms is I've not edited them, put it that way, and I'm not overly happy with how they come out. But out there is what it is, and looking back at them, because the first one's gone up, what we like 17th of August or something like this, I've started getting them out there again. And it got me thinking, it was like, I've not really spoke about why we went commercial and then we got back to domestic again. And what are you doing? That's not the usual way of the bus. Okay. It just confused me. Reason why we decided to go to commercial is we had too many issues with domestic customers. We were doing a ridiculous amount of mileage for what we were trying to achieve. The company was in a very different position to where it is now, and I got my foot in with commercial work and fell in love with it straight away. It's the only way to describe it. Being able to turn up at a unit with big kit, large trucks, a lot of it we just couldn't film for security reasons. I'm gonna sneeze. And the amount of paperwork that was involved was something different. It was something unique for us. We'd never really dealt with it in Vallotton. Sneeze again. Sorry. We've never really dealt with it Vallotton wise, and I thought, you know what, we'll pivot the company in a different direction and we'll see what happens with it. And it all came tumbling down, is the only way to describe it. It wasn't a shit show. It was just a couple of factors contributed to one big factor. And I'll openly admit it. So about 4 or 5 months in, I crashed 2 trucks. Yeah, Mr. Wonderful here managed to crash 2 trucks into each other. Wasn't a bad crash, which it makes it worse because when you hear the story, you'd be like, you dickhead. I was doing 3 miles an hour and we were on 2 IPV vehicles, and I was doing, it wasn't even a blindside reverse. I know how to drive them, I know how to operate them. I just don't have a licence, but I know enough how to get them around safely. So I'm reversing it, and then at the very back of the vehicle, at the very bottom's a T-bar. I call it the T-bar. Long metal bar, and it sticks out a little bit. And that ended up, as I was reversing nice and slowly, I just couldn't judge my distance with it. And it ended up smashing into another truck next to it, ripped the bumper, smashed the light frame, fog light, caused £1,600 worth of damage. 3 mile an hour crash, that caused £1,600 worth of damage. Yeah, melon. Thankfully, the customer, Danny, if you're watching this, hello mate. Thankfully, he was like, look, it happens mate, just pay it, we'll carry on. So I was like, oh, thank God, I've not completely jeopardised this relationship. Hopefully, word's not going to get out that Crash Bandicoot as such, and hopefully we'll be okay. So when we got the bill from the company, it was £1,600. It was like, fuck me, that seems excessive. So we looked around, he was dead. The guy was dead understanding, dead helpful. He was like I've said, it's like, yeah, it happens, mate, just get it paid. And it came to us and it was like, bloody hell, it's a lot of money that we're going to have to claim on the insurance. We don't have £1,600 laying around. We have an insurance policy, we might as well bloody use it. So we tried to claim on the insurance, and the insurance company just went, no. Just flat out, no. And we went to, where did we go? Not mediation as such, but it was like, this has happened. This is where the eyes of the law looks. This is the law. These are your terms and conditions. We haven't done anything wrong. And they just kept coming back, yeah, but you didn't have a licence to operate the vehicle. Right, we're on private property. It doesn't dictate in your terms and conditions this. Apparently, this insurance company's never had this situation before. So we ended up just, basically, I ended up having to swallow it. I'm paying £1,600 out of my own back pocket, which was a fucking kick in the teeth, believe you me. Especially with all the issues that was going on with this van at the time. £1,600 just didn't help. So we paid that, and unfortunately, he's gone quiet on us, which is fine, I understand. We've caused damage. I'd probably tell you to fuck off as well. If I was the customer to us, I'd probably tell us to fuck off as well. So it was a bit of a shame. It was a really good contract. I'd love to get more of it, and we tried getting more, and we were pushing more for it. But what we found out is we were competing against some really big businesses, and I mean multi-million-pound operations. And the reason why they're multi-million-pound operations is they have systems in place, and they have a horrendous turnover in staff. I know, I've heard stories and I've spoke to the valeters where staff have been there literally a matter of days before they've moved on. And they charge next to nothing. So if you're thinking of going into commercial valeting and fleet valeting, just be aware you will be expected to clean a 40-foot trailer and unit for about 55 quid, and it can take you 2 hours. Bear that in mind. And you also need different chemicals. You need a massive tank of water on the van to be able to do it. You need to have pole brushes and all sorts. It's a big investment. And then you've got to get contracts in place. You've got to understand health and safety, COSH. You've got to do on inductions, onboarding processes, purchase orders. A lot goes into it just to try and get your foot in the door. And that's why I say 99% of valeters don't do it, and I don't blame them. I'd certainly give it another go. Previous businesses, I've been exposed to all of this before. So when people started asking for paperwork and templates and random bits of information, it was like, yeah, here you go. Here's our document bundle. Take it, review it, let us know what you need. And we were catered for it. But we were going in with pricing that we just couldn't match. And that's literally what it came down to. There was one contract for a hire company. I'm trying to choose my words carefully. They were, honest to God, they were arguing over 30 pence. 30 pence is what they were arguing over per clean. But for them, it added up. It added up over the course of the year. Over the course of the year, that I think that 30p may turn into like £300-400. So it was just mad. It's insane. It's incredibly cutthroat. It's very hard to get the work in. You've got to do so much extra networking, so much lead generation. Sorry. You've got to change your business completely. You can't do domestic and commercial at the same time at the level that we were trying to achieve. It didn't destroy the business, it just had a massive knock-on effect for us, and it had a massive knock-on effect for me to have to go, right, 6 months ago, Tom's bragging on about doing this. 6 months later, Tom was back in the van going out doing domestic work. What went wrong? A load of things went wrong. That's the only way to describe it. The customers we spoke to and the customers we worked for were over the moon with the service we were offering. But it wasn't enough to sustain my... How can I describe? I've never really spoke about this. Apart from the handful of valeters that I know, they know what happened. They're like, we'd never try that. Like, you're insane to even consider it. Just to sustain the business going forward. It wasn't financially viable at the time. Honestly, there was even times where we could only put so much fuel in this van to get to the job, otherwise it would eat into our profit margin. So we ended up going with fuel cards and stuff, just try and cut back to maximise every little bit of profit that comes into it. The likes of Fleet Wash, how they managed to do it, got no idea. That is a £50 million business, but I think they've got their fingers in many, many pies. Because I don't believe for 1 second they're just doing £50 million off mobile valeting. What's the other one? There's another big one out there, based down London way. I can't think of him, but it's very hard. What you will find 99% of the businesses you speak to, all the drivers take care of it. If you're in Manchester and you recognise that truck that went past, that was one of our customers. They're a large drinks manufacturer, and I'm partly from one of their sites where we used to work out of. But it's very cutthroat. I found it too challenging, too competitive for what I wanted to try and achieve, so we ended up just having to pull back on it and calling it a day. It's definitely something I'd look at. That was just thing. A lot of times you say, oh, the drivers do it, and then you have to try and get into a conversation. You become really salesy, which isn't something that I want to have to do anymore. I just want to go out, clean the cars, get paid, rinse and repeat. Having to sit there, God, it was bloody weeks and weeks I'd be sat in the office. Hi, it's Tom from Rinseworks. How are you, blah, 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 give them the sales pitch. Christ, Cold calling, fucking I'm up there with cold calling now. Never thought I'd be ever back there again. Having to do cold calling, cold email. Fucking hell, I even got to the point where I just started knocking on businesses. Like, oh yeah, no, you've got like 9 of your vans. What do you do about cleaning them? Oh, the drivers do them. Oh, the drivers take them to the roadside car washers. And then you start going, oh, well, you know, going to the roadside car washers is going to cause damage, and the lease company is going to see that damage. It's going to bill you. Did you know you're also funding organised crime and all that stuff? And the people look at me like, you got fucking 2 heads. And you can try and explain it before I'm wasting my breath. You don't give a flying fuck. And then when your drivers kick off at you, that's when you end up ringing me to come and clean it and to mess. And the price I gave you when the vehicle was clean is now 3 times the amount because you've let it get to a complete utter mess. Vehicle imaging is everything for some brands. We work with some businesses, and they were like, "Can you come twice a week?" Well, we can do, but they won't get dirty. No, like they've got to be spotless. These are customer-facing vehicles. If they're not cleaned, customers will notice, and it'll give us a bad rap. So, obviously, we integrated all that into our systems and stuff. We spent so much bloody money. God, it's mad to think how much money we spent. And thankfully, we've still got all the resources and everything's still there. So when I look at it again in the not too distant future, I'll be able to do that and everything will be back up and running again. So, yeah, the commercial stuff for us, unfortunately, load of things added up, led to one big thing, created a bit of a flop, massively stressed. Hence why I probably bumped 2 of the trucks together. It was good while it lasted. I'll certainly go back to it. I don't know if I'd change anything because it worked. It was just you needed to have a big team, and it was just something that I wasn't willing to invest in at the moment because I didn't realise like how much we needed. We needed someone to be able to constantly man the phone, man the emails, deal with any of the job bookings coming in, and then you'd have the lads having to go out and do the work, and then finding people who would work for pretty much national minimum wage, even though you provided everything for them. Some of them just weren't up for it. So yeah, if you're thinking of getting started into fleet, get ready to spend about £5,000 to get yourself set up in it, and then struggle for about 3 months because it is a massively different ball game to domestic stuff. That's all I can say. But yeah, right. I am definitely not going to end the vlog just there. Hang on. So, if you're not already, go to patreon.com, type in All Things Valet, and you'll see my little Patreon group. That's where I give raw, unedited, genuine business advice. I tell you how to do your Google ads, terms and conditions, you get one-on-one conversations, and I just tell you how it is. If I think your business is shit and this is where you're failing, you never know, you might learn something from it. I got told today my business is shit and I'm failing, and I went, yeah, I've heard it all before, what, have you got something new? And one of my mates said to me, well, if people can't see you, they can't pay you. Okay. If people can't see you, they can't pay you. I want you to think what that actually means to you as a business. Because it got me thinking. And it was like, okay, so if I'm not advertising, if I'm not ramming my business down people's throats, if I'm not doing my email marketing campaign, if I'm not doing my SMS stuff, if I'm not pushing clients for maintenance and upselling customers on absolutely everything, if I'm not banging on the door to clean their car, you don't exist. But when you do all this advertising and everything, you all of a sudden exist again. And I see it with brands all the time. With other valeters all the time. Like, oh, I've got no customers in. Or I'm quiet this week. And then you go fuck, it hasn't once got the speed limit, so I'm just getting messages. Lost my train of thought, nice one for that. And the businesses go, oh, well, I've got no customers this week, like it's dead. And then you look at the Facebook profile, there's no updates. You look at the Instagram, there's no updates. TikTok, they haven't posted for weeks. Google My Business, they haven't posted anything. You don't exist. Simple as that. If you're not constantly ramming your brand down people's faces, they don't know you exist. I got taught years and years ago, and I've probably just forgotten. Unless you're ramming your business down people's throats and you're pissing people off with your business, no one knows you exist. And that's what I used to do a lot. I've done it with all my previous businesses. And I've kind of failed to do it in the last 6 months. I'm just having that conversation today with another valeter. And all he had to say was get me at the right time and say the right words. And it literally, if people can't see you, people can't pay you, or whatever it is along those lines. And I was like, yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. And I think I'm going to use it. I'm going to overuse this saying or expression. I bet it's been around for donkey's years. I bet it's nothing. I bet you've seen like a motivational video on when he was in bed last night. And he was like, I'm going to use that. I'm going to say that to someone. But I want you to think now. And if you don't understand what it means, fucking try and work it out. And if you understand what it means, you're going to be okay. If people can't see you, people can't pay you. I'm actually going to end the vlog there. I'm going to leave you with that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Leave your comments below in the YouTube section and over on TikTok if this is a short. TikTok. Make sure you go and check out youtube.com/rinseworks and patreon.com/all things valeting as well. Make sure you go and subscribe to everything and you get more of me. Can you believe it? Don't worry about it going to 1,000. We already know why it's doing it. It's fixed. Like I've said, sorry, Richie knows. I've said in the past it's fixed. It's properly fixed. Mega fixed. I've just got a load of crap up my nose. I hate it when I see people rubbing their noses. R2 came out. Video of R2 under the bonnet swearing. He found it. He found one of the root causes of all the problems. So when he first came out, we found the injector loom. That was the issue. We fixed that. But we still had issues with the van, the air conditioning, the oil sensors, the EGR, the alternator. All of that still wasn't functioning 100%. And it's come out today. Had a look at the loom, found the loom that he needed to look at, unclipped everything, and within 10 minutes, here are the pictures of it. I can't believe it. It took about 2 hours to fix it, and there's no lights on the dashboard. Everything works. The battery down there, the actual battery itself, needs to be replaced. It's the original battery, hence why it's running at 1,000 revs, just because it's trying to get the charge into it. It's just not liking it. Just speechless. And the biggest kick in the teeth for what he's charged me, if I went to him back in March, fraction, not even. Considering what I spent on the van, he would have been about that much. Just wipe my lens. Made it worse. Made it worse. I've got nothing to wipe my lens with. How have I not got any cloths in this van? Oh, I've just made it so much worse. Meant to be having a nice little moment. And I've gone and ruined it. Have I showed one in there? No. I have a bob. I had to clean lens, it was doing me head in too much. But yeah, I'm not crying. I've just got something in my eye. The amount of hassle this van's caused me, the amount of aggro this van's caused me, the time it's been in shops, the amount of fucking money that's been spent. We are now more and more convinced that this van's had a new engine in it. Now, whether it has had a new engine or it's been out for some major servicing or whatever, and it's been put back in, when it got put back in, on that side of the engine's an engine bolt. And where that wiring loom in particular has been damaged, is right next to right next to an engine bolt. So obviously when they cranked it down, it damaged the wires. They might have not realised, or they have realised and just went, oh, it'll be fine, don't worry about it. But yeah, it's all fixed. That issue has been there since I bought this van. The next day, the EGR cooler flagged up, took it back to the garage. They mapped it all out, would have got rid of the issue. And then a little bit later after that, we start getting the intermittent injector issues. Aircon stops working, alternators throwing codes. AC stopped working, oil sensors are playing up. And all of those issues are on the same loom. So the oil sensor, the AC compressor, the injector. The injector's on the separate loom. What else? Oil sensors. I can't remember. I'm lost for words at the moment. Lost for words. It's sickening to fight. Put it this way, over $8,000 has been spent on this van. And I didn't need it. The warranty work, didn't need it. Just needed someone. Like when I've said this since day one, it's an electrical issue. But every garage I've turned to, and even with Paul, I've told Paul, just replace this. It's got to be this. It can't be an electrical issue again, because R2's fixed it first time round. R2 wouldn't have noticed it first time round because it's a different area, and I didn't ask him to look there. So I don't want anyone giving him any shit whatsoever. He's fucking bob on. I'd trust him to do electrics on vehicles. He's going to do the beacons for me. I'm not even questioning it. And what he charges is next to nothing. I've overpaid him on both occasions, and I'll carry on overpaying him, because for me he's absolute gold. For Paul, absolute gold as well. Just can't believe it. It's like, hopefully it's over now. It's done. The van's just going to work. It's going to drive. I'm going to be able to get into it, apart from routine maintenance and wear and tear on stuff. It should be now good to just bloody carry on with it. But we've replaced the alternator. So these are the things that have been replaced on it. ECU got cloned and a different one installed. 6 injectors, because I remember having to get 2 more. They've been replaced. Fuel hoses are being replaced. Intercooler, turbo. We don't think turbo got replaced, but I got told it was replaced. I'm working my way around the engine. Both water pumps, auxiliary water pumps I should say, they got replaced. Regassed 3 occasions, vacuum tested, pressure tested, dye tested, whatever, to see if there's an issue with that. AC compressor, alternator, not already said it. So much of this engine's being replaced, and the garages just weren't able to figure it out. I don't know if it's the training, I don't know if it's laziness, I don't know what it is. It may have just been that thing to where we just didn't see it. Every time we thought we found it, we just didn't see it. I'm going to say it's just genuine fuck-ups. People make genuine fuck-ups all the time. But this one, literally, the fuck-ups with this van genuinely could have shut my business down this year. And you might probably think I'm over-exaggerating, but the amount of revenue customers I've had to basically say, oh, well, I'm openly getting the van tomorrow and then not getting the van the next day, and saying to customers, oh, I don't trust the van at the moment to come out to be doing jobs, you might want to go find yourself another valeter. I'm incredibly grateful for the customers who have stuck around, believe me. I'm just like, wow. Like, I just get in it starts, nothing comes up. And I know that the issue has been there since day one, because the EGR, the cooler, went the next day. It was coming up, I took it back, they mapped it out. I then had to get the remapping taken off the van in case that was the issue. Because I had the issue that 24 hours after buying it, the EGR light came up, took it to the garage, they said, oh, we'll map it out for you, we'll put a stage 1 map on, we'll get rid of the AdBlue. And then from that day, I've just had constant issues. And in my mind, I was like, it's either electrical or it's a remapping issue. I've had a bad map put on it. We got paid to get the map taken off it. Obviously the EGR issue then came back. We've got the wiring fixed, and the EGR issue is now gone without having it removed off the map, or without having a blanking plate, well, along with the blanking plate put in. It's all gone. There's no issues with it. So I don't think I now need to get the EGR mapped out. I probably still will do to get stage 1 put back on it and get the AdBlue taken off. But at the moment, it's all fixed. I just get in it, just start it, drive it. Do what I fucking set out to do 7 months ago. I can now try and really start pushing it, get started with it. And Christ, I need to do it because I've got sod all money in the bank. I've had a lot of help and support to keep me going and all that. I've made deals, and I've got to repay these people back to help me out. And now I can go and do it. I don't have to worry, oh, cry, what now, or this, or that, or please. It's been so stressful when your main resource one day works, next day doesn't. And it's stretched out over such a long time, and I know I'm banging on about it. But I will be in a much different position now if I found R2 8 months ago, 6, 7 months ago. I'm grateful I've got Paul as well, because Paul can just come out and do everything that I need him to do. I don't have to worry about taking it to a garage and it sitting around days on end while they wait for stuff. Paul just comes out, looks at it, gets what it is, just sorts it on little bits. But yeah, what a hell of a way to end the week. Yeah, it's now sorted. Wow, weren't expecting that. So yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what would you done in my situation, how would have you handled it. And I look forward to get back to vlogging. Catch you in the next one.